All right, let's jump right in. Imagine your life is a video game, right? You've got your health bar, your quests, and then you find this awesome power-up, the credit card. It lets you get stuff you need now, even if you don't have the cash. But just like any good power-up, it comes with a rule book. And today, we're going to crack that book wide open. Okay, check these out. On the left, you've got cash. That's your money, plain and simple. On the right, a credit card. That is the bank's money. It's a loan they're giving you. They might both fit in your wallet, but believe me, they are worlds apart. So that brings us to the real question, doesn't it? You're playing this game and you've got this really powerful tool in your hands. But do you actually know the rules? Because knowing the rules is the difference between totally leveling up and, getting a game over. So let's start with the basics. Level 1. What is this thing, really? It's not just plastic. Getting the difference between a credit card and a debit card is the first step to mastering the game. The difference is actually super simple when you see it laid out like this. A debit card pulls money straight from your bank account. You buy a coffee, poof, the money is gone from your account. But a credit card, that's the bank spotting you. You're basically opening a tab that you've got to settle up later. And here it is, the absolute most important rule of this entire game. Seriously, the golden rule. If you pay back everything you borrowed within about 30 days, it costs you nothing extra. No fees, no interest. You get all the perks of the power-up without any of the penalties. It's like a free trial every single month. But what happens if you can't pay it all back? That's when the difficulty spikes and the bank starts charging you interest. To get past this, you need to find the first clue to winning, something called the average daily balance. Okay, I know this sounds super complicated and full of math speak, but I promise it's not as scary as it sounds. See, the bank tracks your balance every single day. The average daily balance is just, the average of all those daily numbers. This is the secret number. It's the one the bank really pays attention to. So how in the world do we figure this number out? Hey, if you're someone who hates math, don't click away. We're going to turn this into a little story. Let's follow our hero, Andy, on his financial quest through the month of November. This isn't about hard algebra. It's just a bit of adding and multiplying. We can actually break Andy's month down into 3 distinct stages. Think of them as mini levels in his quest. Every time his balance changes, either from a payment or a new purchase, a new stage begins. All right, stage 1. For the first 8 days of the month, Andy's balance is just sitting there. It's chilling at $273.54. Nothing new has happened yet. Easy enough. Then on day 9, Andy makes a smart move. He pays off $50. And look at this. His balance drops for a huge chunk of the month for 12 whole days. This is a pro tip, by the way. Paying earlier in the month really helps lower that final average. But then, a plot twist. On the 21st, he makes a big purchase, and his balance shoots way up for the last 10 days of November. So now, we have our 3 different balances for our 3 different time periods. Let's see what happens when we put it all together. Okay, let's break this down. It's simpler than it looks. We just take each balance and multiply it by how many days he had that balance. So that first number times 8 days, the second one times 12, and the last one times 10. We add all those totals up, and we get this one big number for the month. So now we've got this big, kind of weird total. What do we do with it? Well, to get the average for the month, we just divide that big number by the number of days in the month. For November, that's 30. And boom, $344.26. That's it. That is the magic number. That is Andy's average daily balance. We've officially cracked the first part of the code. So now that we have the average daily balance, we have the cheat code we need to face the final boss, the finance charge. I know, it sounds intimidating, but it's just a fancy term for the interest you have to pay. But since we know the secret, this boss isn't so tough. So, has this ever confused you? The bank is always talking about this big annual interest rate for the whole year, but your bill comes every single month. It kind of feels like they're trying to pull a fast one, right? Well, the secret is so simple, it's almost funny. You just take that big yearly rate and divide it by 12, because there are 12 months in a year. That's it. And just like that, you've got the monthly interest rate, which is the only one that really matters for your bill. And here we go. This is the final boss's entire strategy laid out for us. The monthly finance charge is just your average daily balance multiplied by that monthly interest rate we just figured out. That's the whole formula.
So let's run the numbers for Andy's Quest. We take his average daily balance times his annual rate divided by 12, and what's the grand total? $5.02. That's the finance charge. After all that, the big, scary final boss was only worth about $5. We totally beat it.
Okay, you've watched from the sidelines. You followed Andy's quest. You saw us defeat the final boss. Now, it's your turn to play. Time to level up. All right, pop quiz time. Here's Jared. You have his average daily balance and his annual interest rate. Use the cheat code we just learned. What's his monthly finance charge going to be? Take a second. You can even pause if you need to. You got this. And the answer is C, $3.55. Yes, if you got that, you are absolutely right. You did it. See? You just took the average balance, multiplied it by the monthly rate, and bam, you've officially leveled up. You're a natural at this. So what's the big takeaway here? We didn't just do a bunch of math problems. We basically unlocked the cheat code for using credit cards. Now you have the power to make this tool work for you, not against you. So let's recap the cheat codes. Rule number 1, every single day matters. That's why paying early helps. Rule number 2, the bank cares about the average, not just what you owe at the end. Rule 3, forget the big annual rate, just divide it by 12. And the ultimate cheat code, rule number 4, pay your bill in full and on time, and you get to skip this whole boss fight completely. So the final level is all you. You've got the map. You know the secrets. You have the cheat codes. That credit card isn't some big mystery anymore. It's just a tool. Now that you know the rules, how are you going to play the game?